When you hear operations manual, what comes to mind? Well, for many real estate brokers and team leaders, it's a big dusty binder that sits on a shelf, outdated the day it was printed. But in today's business environment, your operations manual needs to be dynamic, digital, and collaborative. Hi, I'm Jan O'Brien. I'm a real estate coach trainer, and I run a small team in Las Vegas, Nevada. In this video, I want to show you how to build an operation manual that actually works using tools like Google Drive or other shared docs, AI, and leveraging video tutorials. So this isn't just paperwork. It's a living system that helps you train new hires, create consistency for your business, and scale it if that's something that you want to do for growth and expansion. So the first step is to choose a platform that makes collaboration and updates easy. This is why you can't have a hard copy anymore, right? My top recommendation, what we use, is Google Drive. Here's why. Most everybody understands how to use this, or may even be using Gmail, so they're familiar. Everyone can access it in real time, no matter where they are. If they're working remotely, they don't have to be in the office. Updates are instant. No reprinting or emailing out new versions like we used to do in the old days, right? And you can use permissions that will let you customize sections of the operations manual, so you only allow people to have the access to the areas you want them to see, right? Next, I recommend creating a simple folder structure. This allows you to add resources and various assets, checklists, whatever you might already have for various processes in running your team or your company. From here, you'll be able to fine-tune them, work on the more detailed standard operating procedures, SOPs, and then ultimately you'll be able to put them all into a single document. That's what I recommend with the table of contents. But you might still need folders because maybe there's some backup documents. It's where you might be able to post the videos and hold the videos, for example. All right, so let's talk about what folders, what's the outline? Well, if you don't have an outline, we have one for free. You can go to WBNL Coaching and download our Brokerage Operations Manual Outline. That is a completely free document which lists all the areas and some bullet points for what should be in your broker's operations manual. We also have a version for teams, so just go to WBNL Coaching. You can click on brokers or teams and you can get access to a lot of free resources, as well as our courses that we have to help you build a real estate team. All right, so listings, step-by-step guide, your SOP from taking and marketing a listing to negotiating an offer, putting it in escrow, and closing it. So everything that is done, especially if you're running a team. If you're running a company, it would be whatever processes you're doing to support agents when it comes to listings, for example. Same with buyers. Very specific if you're a team, this is very important. You're wanting to teach the agents that are coming on board also how you do everything, all steps from A to Z, from what I call before, during, and after, every step along the way, what you're doing to take care of buyers. So from your perspective as a team leader or broker, just how you're interacting with agents and the support that you're giving them for marketing, compliance, and so forth, okay? Then that brings us to transactions. This is everything from compliance, what paperwork, keeping everything in the file, you making sure that your risk reduction is staying down because everybody's following a process, all the way to commission processing. Reports, back-end reports for running your brokerage, all those type of things can go into the brokerage back office as well, not just transaction management. Marketing and social media, whatever it is you're doing for your own team or company and what you do to support the agents. And then team or company operations. If you're running a brokerage, there's a lot more of internal operations and systems and people that you're dealing with, but you also have that for a team. So this can be everything from your day-to-day tasks and operations, HR policies. Now you need agent onboarding and how you terminate an agent that no longer is with your team or company, everything you do for recruiting, lead generation, conversion, and tracking, especially if you are generating leads that you then refer out to agents. Very important area, okay? Ultimately, you can create that one final document, as I mentioned, after you have kind of worked everything in and organized things in folders. I have found it to be easier that way. And here's the key. Don't try to do this alone. That's the reality. It's never going to get done, and that's why most people that I have worked with, team leaders and brokers, don't actually have an operations manual. They think it's too overwhelming. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you leverage any current staff that you have, from a TC to marketing. And even if you are using remote workers, engage people to help, hire a temp that can help you with this. You probably have somebody already working with you that's going to allow you to make this easier. Because honestly, if somebody is doing your social media and marketing or compliance or HR or name it, they know what the process is, and you're going to get them to document it. These are the people who are going to be the best at putting that manual together, and then you can oversee it. Now, of course, with the advent of AI, this is where it gets exciting. This is where you can really leverage time, your most precious asset. When you leverage AI, we use ChatGPT, and you can ask it to help you draft a step-by-step checklist for any particular thing. So, for example, onboarding a new agent, you can go back and forth and refine it. The thing is, the AI does not know what you do now, so you need to give it the basics. So anybody can sit down and say, here's what I do first and second and third. That's what you need to do. I onboard somebody, here's the things I need to do. You can simply put this into as a prompt for AI and get your chat to help you put this into a smoother system. You have to let it know what the outcome is. We want to be able to create a manual that we can use for training when we hire somebody that is going to detail every step that we have to do this task. And you're going to follow that all the way through. That's actually what we're building. More on that coming up. We're about to release a product for teams, leaders, and for brokers that's going to be a blueprint on how to do this brokerage operations manual. So more on that in a second. I'll tell you how you can get on the wait list so you can be the first to know about it. So you can use AI so much. You can also go with the step-by-step checklist idea, getting it to put it into a certain format. Try building like the if this and then that style guides. For example, a lead comes in from Zillow. Here's the exact workflow. This is important because if you do lead generation, as you know, all the processes are not exactly the same. There's different platforms, there's different ways you interact with the third party, and there's definitely different fee structures, okay? So then I think the most exciting part about creating a real dynamic manual is to use extensions like Loom for Chrome or any other screen recording software that works with whatever platform you like to use, whatever search engine you like to use. And record, you or whoever the staff member is can literally record what they're doing as they're doing it and just describe it. So you can literally have simple to use video tutorials that say, here's what we do to onboard an agent. Step 1, we go to this location online. Here's our login. You're going to click over to here. You're literally going to do that. And as you use Loom or any other screen recording, as you click and move the mouse around, it is recording whatever is on your computer screen. Very powerful. We use it all the time in our business, in working with buyers and providing them information about homes and the process to in our coaching. Okay, so that is excellent what you're able to do. So having that visual videos that are there really makes it practical. People learn more visually. It's not just a text step by step. You need both. There should be a text, a script, but then here's the video that describes all those steps, if that makes sense, okay? So the biggest mistake brokers and team leaders, I think, make is treating the manual like a one-time project, right? You create it once, you print it out, this is the old school thinking, and then you never touch it again. Those days are gone, right? The reality is your business is always evolving, your systems change, your tech stack is going to change. You're going to go from this CRM to that CRM, but it's not a big deal when there is the flow. Whatever we do in our CRM is the same, okay? It's just going to be different steps and slightly different processes and may look a little different, but the flow of what we want to do to stay in touch with a client or a past client or a buyer or a new lead is going to remain the same. It's very easy to update it if you already have it written out, right? So your operations manual really is a living, breathing document, right? We want it accessible online, as I mentioned, easy to update in real time, that go-to resource for everything, and ultimately your training manual, right? So bottom line, your operations manual is not just a checklist. It's your quality control. It's your foundation for growth. It's going to allow you, if you are a team leader or a broker that wants to open up additional branches or a team that wants to open up in other marketplaces, you need an operations manual. It becomes the hub. It becomes your SOP. The only thing that's going to have to change is whatever processes might be different in another state, for example, right? So start simple. Choose that platform. Google Drive works for us. Delegate the sections to your staff or whoever can help you build it out. Use AI to create that step-by-step checklist, and then add the power of video tutorials with things like the Loom Chrome extension for that visual guidance. When you make this operations manual dynamic and digital, you're going to move from chaos to clarity. You're going to build a business that really can scale and operates so smoothly. Now, do you need help building yours? Well, here's what you do. You go to WBNLcoaching.com. You can click on the broker or the team tab, fill out the form. You can sign up for a free consultation with me. I'll be happy to sit and talk to you and just give you some guidance, talk to you about how you can do one-on-one coaching with us. And even more exciting, get on the interest list, because we are building our real estate operations manual blueprint, one for teams, one for broker. That's going to be coming out in the coming months, and we're working with our AI right now to make this as easy and seamless for you so you can build out everything that you need to run your team or brokerage. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share it. We'll see you in the next video at WBNL Coaching.